Franco Ledger. That race was made true by Hoka Texas, and Franco Ledger actually looked flat with about 400 to go.
Isn't it nice to have a Hoka Texas in these races, Jess? He always sets up a strong tempo, and you're never left wondering at the finish of the race, because 28 down the back, 28 home, even sectionals. Franco Ledger threw back on the fence, Jess. That was his go. Never went round a horse till the 400 metre marker, and then he got on the back of Franco Emirate when Mr Presley couldn't keep up. 3 wide into the straight. He's come back better as a 5-year-old, Jess. He just looks like he's strengthened up now, so he'll head on to the Hannon Memorial on Sunday. I thought the run of Franco Emirate outstanding. He probably ended another 10-15 metres to his handicap. Jess, listen to these sectionals I clocked this morning. Last mile and a half, Franco Emirate 253.2. The last mile 154.6. And the last half and a tick over 55.8. Now, you wouldn't think a horse with those sectionals would get beat, but Franco Ledger off one run, he's got a lethal finish, and he got over the top of Franco Emirate. Another nice run by Rangatara Ray, what you get with him every week. Good standing start, man, as Robbie Holmes put him in the right spot, and he capitalised on a very nice run. And Hoka Texas, he'll improve a lot with the run, set them up for a strong tempo, so it was a truly run race. Exciting contest, the best horse won, Jess, good runs in behind.
Certainly was a lot to talk about. We'll find out more on Hannon Day. But Greg, you were at the trials at Mochcarrara on Monday, and there's a lot to digest from that.
Yeah, look, a very good run, obviously, by the winner, Sleepy Trip. Quietly confident, Grant Payne, before he went out onto the track. He said he's pretty forward, this guy, and, well, he raced accordingly, didn't he? I thought he was very, very good. We're getting another look at that now. Marciche just popping off his bat there. Anthony Butt spoke to him today. He said couldn't be happier with where he's at. He hits the line very nicely. Auckland Reactor. Well, have a look at Mark Purden's hands here. He has a strong grip of him. I was quite impressed by the way he looked prior to the trial and the way he's found the line here. Have a look at him in the last 20 metres. Major Mark, hard held there by Brett Cusden. There'll be plenty of money on him on Sunday. And really, there's not a horse in that trial that you could say went bad at all. So, yep, plenty to come out of that one. Other news from the trial, or not from the trial to start with. Let's start with the defending champion, Terror to Love. Spoke to Graham Court today. He couldn't be happier with the way this horse is. He'll go to the trials next Tuesday at Ashburton. He'll follow a similar path, and a winning path, of course, as he did last year. So he'll go through the Avon City Ford Cup. Make his way to Addington, the Glenferrie Classic, the Flying Stakes, and maybe a trial, and then into the Cup. So delighted with where he's at, as is driver Ricky May, who got off him after that trial and behind Marciche, which has been franked by the trial on Monday. And he said, ooh, he gave me some sort of feel. And this is from a bloke who's looking to emulate exactly what the great CC Divine has done and try and win his 6th Cup. So very good, Terror to Love. Happy where he's at. Stunning Cullen having that slight let up at the moment. We'll see him in a couple of weeks. Aslan probably wasn't on the New Zealand Cup radar. Spoke to Robert Mitchell tonight, and unfortunately he's got another problem. So problem with his near side fetlock this time, so he'll have a scan tomorrow. He might be in doubt. Hoka Texas for the Spring Cup, that is, for Aslan, probably in doubt for that. Hoka Texas, Mark Jones wrapped in him. Great run from him first up. He makes terrific races, doesn't he? And yeah, he's looking forward to the Hannon with him on Sunday. Jimmy Curtin, how's his luck going? Terrible accident at the races last Friday night with his horse in the last race. He's got a decent gash to the head, but he has been cleared by the doctors on Tuesday, so he'll take the drive on Franco Emirate. So there's plenty of Cup news. And we're going to have a look at the rankings and talk about what has moved. Well, obviously, Franco Ledger is the one that's moved the most, because he's now in the field and guaranteed. Not a lot of movement in and around that, though. Rangatawa Ray, I think they can feel a little bit aggrieved. He performed last season, Group 2 placed, of course, in the Flying Stakes, and he won the Rangiora Classic. He holds firm at 16, but yeah, he's looking to jump up if he continues to race the way he is. Now, there's plenty of news coming out of Australia, plenty of talk about the placement of Caribbean Blaster. His performances at Group 1 level this season have been very, very good, of course, winning the Breeders' Crown and winning the Chariots, but he's never performed at free-for-all level in Group Company. Now, I know that trainer Andy Gath was a little bit miffed by his placement originally and where he sits at the moment. I think it's more a case of it's taken him by surprise. He was looking to come through the Kilmore Cup and just rock on over here. Well, things have changed a little bit in regards to how you make your way into the New Zealand Cup field. Now, of course, in previous years, we've had horses come across here like Cobbity Classic and Be Good Johnny and others who've got in there by reputation and performance, in their previous group races. This guy hasn't raced at free-for-all level, so it's pretty hard to bump him up ahead of, the likes of Franco Emmerich, Gold Ace and Pembroke Benny, etc., who have been performing at Group 1 level in the last 12 to 18 months, which is a significant part of, how this field is going to be put together. But I'll be interested to hear what Craig Thompson has to say about that and a couple of other not movements, if you like, or lack of movement. Craig, 5-star Anvil, of course, winning and him not moving either. But in terms of the market, I see there's a bit of money there for Gold Ace into $8 and a couple of other movers. So what have you noted out of that early doors in terms of the market?
Yeah, Greg, I actually talked to Steve Richardson this afternoon. There has been a couple of decent bets. They've had 3,000 on Franco Ledger, obviously on the back of the Vase win. He's into $14 now, Greg. I think into 10 from 14 with that $3,000 investment. Terra to Love, 5,000 at $6.50. It's a pretty big bet there. I think he's trialling fantastic. And $2,000 on Auckland Reactor at $6. As we look at the market now, that $2,000 on Auckland Reactor has moved him 5 to $5.50. Terra to Love stayed at $6 with that decent bet. Sushi drifted out to 8. Gold Ace. Talked to Stephen Reid yesterday at the trials. Very happy with the way he trialled. He trialled on Saturday with Sir Lincoln and Easy on the Eye. Can inform you that Easy on the Eye came back very well. Won that trial. Get this, last quarter, 25.9 and beating Sir Lincoln, the Auckland Cup winner, and Gold Ace. He'll head south, Gold Ace and Easy on the Eye, and they'll miss the Spring Cup next week. Franco Ledger, the big mover, 26 into 10. Where's the value? Well, I'd say at this stage, Franco Emmerich, if he wins on Sunday, the Hannah Memorial, you will not get $13 in the New Zealand Cup. So if you like Franco Emmerich, get aboard him. The other value I feel, Marshish, in the same category. Thought he's trialling enormous for Anthony Butt. He's at around about $15 to win the New Zealand Cup. Either his trial form has been outstanding leading into Sunday's event. So where's the value? At this stage, I'd say Franco Emmerich at 13, Marshish at 15. There's been a lot of moves, Jess, in the last 2 or 3 days, especially on Franco Ledger. That $3,000 at 14 has brought him into $10 now.